Hi guys, Jason Myers here, participating in the Horrorman's slashback Saturday challenge series, week 8, Escape Psychos. Hope everyone's having a great Saturday. I am about to get ready for work here, but here we go. I chose The Wrong Turn 4, Bloody Beginnings. Chose this film because when he gave us the assignment last week, this one popped into my head. I don't know why, because of the beginning, there's a strength of this movie is there's a couple little strengths, but one of them is the beginning where they break out from the sanitarium. This follow is a prequel to the first three wrong turns, and you got the three brothers. You got One Eye, Three Fingers, and Sawtooth, and they escape the sanitarium and head off, and they do some gnarly killing in this movie. I mean, there's some really fun kills if that's what you're into. The writing's a little incoherent. The directing's a little different. It's done by Declan O'Brien. I think this is his second time out for directing a Wrong Turn movie. I believe he directed Wrong Turn 3, 4, and 5. I know he didn't do the first two, and I don't think he did the second, but he did those three. And not the greatest director, but he had some good characters to work with the three brothers. They're pretty nasty killers. Another thing I like about this movie is I like the setting, not just the sanitarium. That's pretty cool. I mean, some of it doesn't make sense. It's been abandoned for like ever, and it still looks like it was just like abandoned like a month ago or something. So, like I said, it's a little incoherent there, but overall, it's a fun movie. But what I did like about the movie is the snow setting, the blood in the snow. I always really liked that look. What I really always wanted with a Friday the 13th movie was like Camp Crystal Lake in the winter snow setting with Jason doing murdering, similar to how this movie kind of looks in the snow. Snowmobiles are pretty awesome. That's how they get stuck in the sanitarium. The 20-something-year-old horny folks heading out into the snowmobile trip and get stuck at the sanitarium, and then the three brothers are making feast of them. I like when they're like kind of making fondue out of one of them. That's pretty gnarly, but overall it's a solid entry in the Wrong Turn franchise, which is not my favorite franchise, but by far not my least. It's like right in the middle, just like this movie. Everything about the Wrong Turns are pretty, like, everything are solid. Nothing's like spectacular, but nothing's like super bad. So I recommend. It's not the greatest, but I do recommend these movies. That being said, I mean, there's not a lot of plot to this movie. Basically, they go out on the snowmobiles, get stuck at the sanitarium, some creative kills, and that's that. With a bonus, I'm going to give you a ranking on all my Wrong Turn movies. So, that being said, my least favorite of all the Wrong Turns will be this one. And that's Wrong Turn 5. That's Bloodlines. And I really, after Wrong Turn 4, I really did like Wrong Turn 4. And I was like, oh yeah, it's, this series can get itself back on track after Wrong Turn 3, which I'm not too big of a fan of. But no, this one's terrible. And they even bring in Doug Bradley, who's Pinhead in the Hellraiser franchise, for this film. But I mean, he does have a nod and calls the three brothers like pinheads or something, which was not really clever, but it was there, So this is my least favorite. Next would be Wrong Turn 6. That's my second least favorite. That's the last one to come out. Some good kills. I don't know if they're trying to make us sympathetic to the killers in this one, or like half the family's pretty normal and it's kind of cultic, and I don't know. I mean, didn't really care for this one too. Was it directed by Declan O'Brien? No, it was Valerie Milev. All right, so that's who directed that one. My next least favorite would be Wrong Turn 3, Left 4 Dead. This one follows escaped convicts of a bus, and they're being stalked by Three Fingers and his offspring. it's okay, but after Wrong Turn 2, this one's sandwiched between two of my favorites. That's Wrong Turn 2 and Wrong Turn 4, and this one's much weaker. So it's okay. Next would be this one's a tough one, but I am gonna go with the original Wrong Turn, and this movie's it's set up the rest of them, and I really like this movie. It's a fun movie with Eliza Dushku and Desmond Harrington. He just done Ghost Ship at this time. After I just seen that guy in Ghost Ship, and then he was in this. So I knew who he was, and then he was always in one of my favorite shows that later on was Dexter. So I'm pretty familiar with that guy. Yeah, solid. And then my favorite is Wrong Turn 2, Dead End. This movie is just over the top. Henry Rollins is just awesome in this movie. Everything about this movie is fun. I mean, gory. They really emphasize a lot on the incest in this movie, which is, it's disgusting, but the movie is overall just, it has this charm, this very disturbing charm to it. I don't know what it is, but I actually really like Wrong Turn 2. So with that being said, I didn't put Wrong Turn 4 in there. That one's right in the middle. I'm sorry, guys. So least favorite would be 5. Least favorite then with 6, 3, 4, 1. Then 2 is my favorite. But that being said, we reviewed Wrong Turn 4 there, and I recommend watching it. Don't think it's gonna be great. It's not gonna be like the movie I reviewed last week, where I'm gonna be like, rush out and go watch this movie. That was The Hills Run Red, because I love that movie. This movie I do like, though, and I do like the snow setting. So check it out, Wrong Turn 4.